All right, so let's see if you guys are paying attention. Class.
Yes.
Now, everyone, we are going to be using numworks today, so if you have your laptop out, I recommend using the laptop. Okay, if you have that one out. If you don't, go ahead and use your phone, but I recommend using laptop first and then phone secondary. So if you don't have access to it on your laptop or your laptop's being weird, okay, go ahead, just use it on your phone. So for all those people following along and paying attention, what page are we on?
17.
There we go, 17. So page 17. Now, all these right here are going to be easy if you paid attention to the last couple ones that we've done. These are inequalities. First thing I'm going to point out right here, this is going to be a less than symbol. And a less than symbol uses a dotted line. Where this one over here is a greater than or equal to symbol. This is a solid line. So when we're graphing these things, we have to use what is given to us to be able to do this correctly. Solution of an inequality in two variables, x and y, is an ordered pair of real numbers such that the x coordinate substitute for the x, the y coordinate substitute for the y in the inequality, and we obtain a true statement. So we're not coming up with one answer now, we're coming up with a range of answers. And everything in that range should make this a true statement. Graph of inequality, two variables. All right, there we go. All right. Wah, 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 wah. Pay attention. There we go. Now, how do you think we're going to do this? By what? Numworks. Thank you very much. So, it's almost like I already said you guys are going to need it. So, please make sure you have that out right now. And how do you put what?
Crocodile symbol. Crocodile?
The crocodile?
How did you learn about that symbol when you're younger?
They're alligators.
Same thing.
No, it's not. They're different species.
Okay, but, like, that's an arrow and a line.
I'll show you when I go over it right now. Because that's basically what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Alright.
All right, for those people following along and paying attention, we're filling in the notes right here. So, step by step, especially if you never pay attention ever, you have to fill in the notes and write yourself extra notes for this. We're going to start by going over to Grapher. Add element, empty. Now, my first equation was 3x minus 5y is greater than equal to 15. 3x minus 5y. If you have the calculator on your laptop right now, you just type the letter y. And if you don't, you go alpha 3. Now the symbol that we're looking for is greater than equal to. Okay? The alligator, right? So, if you notice, it's not on the screen here, is it? It's not. So I'm going to show you the toolbox today. Right here next to clear, this thing is the toolbox. That's where you're going to find all those interesting. So if you're following up here, the little hand, my little hand is on this. It is to the left of the clear or directly below the OK button. And I want greater than equal to. Now, are you making yourself extra notes on this because so you know how to get to it later on, right? So on this test, when you say, hey, how do I do this? I'm going to say, check your notes. And you're going to say, I didn't write it down. So, there we go. And fitting. Hit OK. I got inequality here.
How do I put the Y?
Alpha 3. Let's go down the plot. Hey, look, there it is. And there you go.
For the
We're going to graph it. And this is what the graph, it says graphing linear inequality, and your graph is, wait, right there. On the next slide is where your graph comes out.
oh yeah.
So, now I noticed a lot of people had trouble with the homework and doing the graphs. So I will point this out right now. So on this, I'm going to go up the table, hit OK. No! I know, that's weird. It did earlier. I don't know what I did. I messed it up. Okay, there we go. So I just arrow over instead. I could use this as an X and a Y. So on your graph, you're going to put a dot at 5, 0. You're going to put another dot at 0, -3. Zero, -3. 5, 0. And this is a solid line. And, oh, there it is. Ah! Still messed up. Close enough. Now what side's shaded? All this on the bottom is shaded, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to show you how to do a test point. So back on this, we're going to do a test point. So this is a range of answers. It's a range of answers. So everything that is shaded is a correct answer. So all I need to do is just pick a number, and I'm going to choose this number right here. Coordinate is 8, 0. It's nice and easy. I can see it on my graph. Does that make sense? You can pick any of them that's in the shaded area. Now let's test it to see if it's true. So 3 times 8 minus 5 times 0, is that going to be greater than or equal to 15? So 3 times 8, 20. 5 times 0, 0. So that goes away right there. Is that going to be greater than or equal to 15? Is it?
Yeah. Yes. But no, it's not.
Is 24 greater than or equal to 15? It is greater than, right? Now, this is an or statement. So if it's or, it could be either or and still be true.
I forgot what the line of the
Equal to. Okay, so now, my serious question here. So this is going to be true. But your question is, is 15 greater than 15?
same thing.
Is it greater than 15? It's not. Or equal to. Is 15 greater than or equal to 15? So this is also true. The solid line on the bottom means that there's an equal to also. You know, on that second slide right here where it said dotted line or solid line. So these are all equal to, so it's solid line. Dotted line would be not equal to. So if it was like this, is 15 greater than 15? Is 15, this would be false.
Oh.
That's what that means. So if it's or equal to, is what that means. Yes?
Yeah.
Good now?
Okay.
All right. So that is testing the points. You don't have to do that all the time, but there will be some points that you will have to do this. All right, now let's see if you guys paid attention. I would like you people right now do this one. Everyone is doing this one here.
It's on the front.
Yeah.
What do you? It was shift what? For which one? X squared. X squared? Oh. I'm so smart. Okay. Yeah, you're doing very much. What's going on here? What? Just do what? Oh.
Shift, X squared. Shift. Right, it's right there. You see it? It's in yellow. Look at X squared. Shift, X squared. Down. Okay, make yourself a note on that. Shift. That's coming from page. Oh yeah. See it? Make yourself a note for this one right here, these symbols. Make yourself a note to get the greater than or less than. Shift X squared. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay, why? Did you just call me a dead ass?
No.
That's kind of messed up. Stop calling me a dead ass.
What? I mean, you want to make clear.
I'm working on it, but this guy keeps walking, talking to me like I'm a dead ass somehow.
$1. Have $1 too.
I know, right?
That's right. $1 piece. I'll give it back.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm going to put it on mine. Did you actually copy it over to your notes? Hopefully you did. Greater than negative 2/3 x. I'm going to refresh. Y greater than, so it's shift x squared negative 2 over 3 x. Okay. Plot graph. There we go. And I'm going to find some points. I got 0, 0 here. And let me see if I can find another one. You didn't delete your previous one.
I know mine was weird too. It didn't go exactly where it did.
Okay, is this selected, the auto?
Yeah, I had like the whole.
Okay. And then I deleted my previous one.
I did too.
Okay. And what is yours?
Um,
Is it going the same way?
yeah, but it just the point was exactly right there.
Oh, I'm just moving the point around. That's all I'm doing.
Oh.
I'm moving the point so when I graph it, I could see where to graph it. So I have a point here, 0, 0, and I have a point here, 6, negative 4. So on my graph, I know where to put my dots. I put a dot here at 0, 0, and 6, negative 4. And I draw a dotted line in between. And what part's shaded? Upper or lower? Very good. Hopefully you guys are finding this pretty easy. No. All right, so now this next part, graphing linear inequalities without using test points. Test points is what we did on that first one by picking a point in the shaded area to see if it works. So if you have something that says using a test point, that's what you have to do. So we're going to graph these inequalities. This is y is less than or equal to negative 3. Does this equation here have an x value? So y is always going to be what? Negative 3. Y is always negative 3. So this is this type of line. So if y is always negative 3, it is always going to be negative 3. Y is always negative 3. So going across there, it's always negative 3. It is a solid line because it's also equal. Now we have to test it. Let's see. Y is less than or equal to negative 3. Am I going to shade above or below that?
Below.
Because y is less than, right? So let's test that. So let's pick a y that is below this. Let's pick 5, negative 5. Is negative 5 less than or equal to negative 3? Yes, it is. That's true, right? And that's using a test point. So I could put it in the calculator, or I could just graph it like this. So you don't need the calculator for each one. This next one, x is greater than 2. Does this one have a y value? Say no.
Oh, sorry. No.
Does this one? No, it doesn't have a y value. So that means that x is always 2. So right here where x is 2, it's going to be like this. It's going to be a line going up and down. This has to be a dotted line because it's not equal to. Yeah, just make it a dotted line. Clearly make it a dotted line, because if you don't, it's going to be incorrect. I don't want people to have to keep redoing these problems because they keep getting them wrong. Don't do that. Now, what numbers for x are greater than 2? The right side or the left side? It'd be the right side, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Wait, you said greater, right?
X is greater than 2. Is 4 greater than 2? Yes, it is. So that's why. So it's going to be everything to the right-hand side. We can also graph this same way in the numworks. And it graphs pretty easy. Now, questions, complaints, conspiracy theories? Nothing? No conspiracy theories? Okay, good. So, what we're going to do is we're going to pause, or actually just stop right here for today. I want you guys to take out your homework and start working on your homework right now. And tomorrow, what are we doing in here tomorrow?
We're doing the district test.
District test, so bring your chargers.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Support my channel. Buy stuff from my merch store.